Welcome back to the Antonio Parkinson Project. I am Antonio Parkinson. You are watching the fastest growing visual podcast in the Memphis market. June is Black Music Month. Y'all give it up for that. And all month long, we are celebrating those that are in the Black music industry, whether they're artists, producers, musicians, those behind the scenes. And we want to bring to light and shed the light on those individuals who make the Black music business successful. Y'all give it up for my wonderful co-host, Angelica Jelly. Whoa! Angelica. Here cutting the shine.
I am not. I'm on my best behavior.
Oh, Jelly.
I am on my best behavior.
DJ Kojak, scratch it up for him 4 times, Kojak.
Look. He's looking confused.
Hey, Chris, did you hear that scratch?
Oh, I heard it.
I like this brother. I like this brother.
He had the slides. We gonna call it the slide test.
Oh, man.
Man.
Oh, yeah.
Number one, let me say this. We are incredibly excited to have you. Man, you ain't, how old are you, about 16?
Man, that's
How old are you, Chris?
man,
Oh, wow.
according to how I feel, I'm 16, 17 years old.
Lord.
Right.
But according to how I act, I'm about 87.
You old.
But according to the law, I'm 37 years old.
Man,
turning
I'm
30.
older than you, Chris.
Man,
I'm
you
your
man.
elder. You gonna show some respect
Man.
around here.
Yeah. Hey, I'm going to stay in a child's place.
Yeah.
I swear, man, you look like you should be going back to class about 16, man.
Man, bless you, bless you, man. That's why you're going to the top. That's why you're going to the
That's
top.
why you going to the top.
That's why you're going to the top, dog. You're speaking well, dog.
Hey, I'm here for you, man. I'm here for you. Man, look, Chris, so first of all, thank you so much for being here. Let me start this off with, man, I am incredibly proud of you.
Yes, you were
and
so
all of your
clap for that.
accomplishments, man. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So let me ask this question. I just want to prime this thing a little bit. So, you know, you're a drummer.
Yes, sir.
Right? You do percussions too? You know, everything.
Yeah, everything that includes drums, that's what I do.
Everything. Okay. And so where did it start? My guess is in somebody's church.
Yeah, it was in my dad's church. When I was 0 years old, my mom said when I used to come alive when the music happened at church. So my dad, you know, God rest his soul, my dad passed last year, so he used to pastor my home church when I was little, Greater Gethsemane in Castaic. I'm a South Memphis vet.
Okay.
For sure.
All right.
For sure.
Okay.
So my mom said I used to come alive when all the music came on. And my godbrother, Montay Nevels,
Montay?
Montay Nevels. That's my godbrother.
Man, tell Montay you was with Touche.
For sure.
You was with Touche. That's my guy.
Yeah, so
What?
Montay Nevels is the first drum I ever heard in my life. So he my godbrother.
Okay.
So he was my dad's son before I actually became his son. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
By birth, you know.
Yeah.
So I mean, these my folks, and that's the first drum I ever heard play in my life, and that's where I learned like passion and rhythm from. Because you know, Montay, like he just had everything I needed, like when I was a little boy. You know
I
what I'm
didn't
saying?
know Montay played the drums.
That's what I'm
I just know
saying.
him from party promotion.
Yeah, he a promoter.
Yeah.
He do his thing. He work for Lexus now, man. You know, he got to get all the money everywhere. But
Can you give a family discount?
yeah. What you talking about on your car?
Alexis, what's his name? Montay? What's
Man, Montay Nevels. Yeah,
Montay
man,
Nevels.
Montay, good dude, man.
Yeah, but that's
Man,
where it started from, AP.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But real talk though, man. Look, thinking about it, I know you said Montay is your godbrother.
Yeah.
Y'all can actually pass for blood brothers.
Yeah.
Y'all kind of look
Okay,
alike.
now
What they say, you feed them till they look like
Right,
you. You know what I'm saying? My
right.
dad done fed him a lot. You know
I
what I'm
need to look
saying?
at him now.
Yeah, me and Montay, man, we go back, man. We talk just about every other day, man. That's my brother.
That's
my
what's
brother.
up,
Yeah,
man.
for sure.
Oh, man, that's dope. That's
Yeah,
incredible, man.
that's my G.
That's
Yeah.
incredible.
But that's where I learned from,
Yeah.
man. I learned from him.
But
So
you know,
go ahead, Angela.
But you know, I think it's profound. Like he sewed into your life, but you sew into other kids' life. Over 700 drummers, which is crazy. Not just here in the U.S., like the UK. I forgot when I first met you. I didn't even know who I was even in the room with. Until I don't know why. Ew. Don't zooming up on me. I don't even know why. I don't even know how I even brought up like the caliber of a man you were. Is that a right sentence?
That is, as you side eye to your own shot.
I'm trying to make sure it sits and marinate because you don't even let it be known, if that makes sense.
Yeah, quiet humbleness.
Yeah, you come in. I mean, yeah, because I met you at my brother-in-law church, because he helps with a lot of ministry work too.
Right.
And you have your hands in a lot of things. And you wouldn't even think, okay, you tour with Christina Aguilera, okay? You probably get, how much you get paid per session?
You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project.
I can't tell. Look, my daughters may be watching. I don't need to let them know how much. We gonna be all right. That's all you need to know.
He get flued out the right way, okay?
We're gonna be all right.
Yes, and that is awesome for your talent. And you invest. And I seen you with my nephew invest and so into them, even at the church.
Grayson,
and the just amazing. So I'm glad you're here, please.
Right.
Yeah.
So how did that come about? Christina Aguilera gig, man. And how big is that for you?
Oh man, it's everything you thought it would be with a pop superstar like that. That gig came about with actually filling in. My best friend in the whole wide world, his name is Stanley Randolph. He plays with he's from Memphis. He's a fellow Memphian.
Really?
He's from Memphis.
Send him to the show, man.
Yeah. He don't live here, like he living in California now, but when he come home, usually like for Christmas and holidays and stuff like that, I tell him he gotta come by the Antonio show.
Man.
Yeah, for sure. So Stanley had to perform with he's on tour with Stevie Wonder. Like he's on the road with Stevie Wonder. You know what I'm saying? Like so when Stevie Wonder called, he gotta be there.
Right.
So it was a conflicting gig at one point. And actually, where we just came from, Morocco was my first gig with Christina back.
Morocco?
Yeah, I just came. I just got back yesterday.
Right.
I'm still waiting on one of my bags, but it's cool. Yeah, but so he hooked me up with. He said, "Yo, Pat, I got this opportunity for you, but now." These opportunities didn't start with the big ones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
By Stanley being from Memphis, like it was a band here called New Genesis.
I remember New Genesis.
Yeah, New Genesis. They left
what
and
happened to
moved.
them?
They left and moved to California in 2006.
You remember them?
Yeah, in 2006. So I used to be hanging with New Genesis like back in the day.
Yeah.
I used to help Stanley set up his drums, break them down, like and all that stuff. I ain't mind serving. Like even today, if he need my help with stuff,
you didn't mind what?
I ain't mind serving. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So me and him became like best friends ever since like my high school years and everything. Between him, Brandon, Kyle, KT, all of the guys, Will, man, everybody. So. Those guys took me under their wing, and an opportunity came up, like back home in Memphis, like, yo, can you play for us? I was like, yeah. So I handled like one little thing, and those little things led to a big thing.
Yeah.
One of those opportunities came with playing for TLC, New Kids on the Block, Backstreet Boys, like all of the people.
Those some big acts, though.
Yeah,
man.
so it's just like being prepared. Like, so, I'm living in Whitehaven at the time. Like, I'm on my lawn. I'm listening to the music because I got to learn it. I only have like a short window to do it.
Yeah.
And the musical director at the time, his name was Rob Lewis. He said, yo, you handled this stuff, man. I ain't never heard you play before. You knocked it out the park. I'm buying you a bottle of champagne.
Come on now, champagne. We popping bottles in.
Yeah, so
What type of champagne was it?
man, it was dumb. It was dumb. Like he took care of me. He took me in the room with New Kids on the Block because there was now I ain't played like no little show. Like we was in the like an arena. No. It was what do you call it? The one outside.
The
stadium. Yeah, we was in the Hershey Park Stadium.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's in Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah, we did the Hershey Park Stadium, and that was my first major gig. And man, I was with Brandon Brown. I was very nervous, of course, because I ain't never done nothing like that. But when I sat down on the drums, I just felt comfortable.
Man, and I know that crowd fueled you, man.
Yeah,
that crowd, man, fueled that energy, man.
Yeah, it was a good vibe. And then, we moved on to the next thing, which was I played a Stevie Wonder gig with Stanley Randolph because on the Songs in the Key of Life show, they have two drummers.
Oh.
So he had two drummers in London from Memphis.
You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project.
Then and when they
from Memphis.
Both of us from Memphis.
And when they reproduce those shows, you hearing the record.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
Yeah. They
sure.
mixing that thing and making it sound like you listening to the record.
So I'm playing the classics, man. When Nate Watts, who's the musical director, he said, "Do you know the songs?" I was like, "Yeah, I grew up on these songs."
Right.
He was like, "Okay, cool. This is what we're gonna do in rehearsal. Just play the music like you know it."
Right.
And from that, turned into the next thing. So it was Stevie Wonder. Then we moved on to Christina Aguilera. Christina Aguilera liked it so much, she said, "You my guy." So from 2019 to now.
A permanent drummer.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
like a feeling.
Yeah.
Permanent, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big.
This
right
has
there.
to be like
like the
living in
best show, I
a surreal life, a dream life.
sure, for
Yeah,
sure.
Man, how does that? Do you ever just have a moment where you say, "Damn, is this shit really happening?"
Man, I had an out of body experience. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I was on the stage with Stevie Wonder. So I'm playing, man, and I'm just now Stevie Wonder, he has a set show, but there's some times where he just go off the cuff because he is an avid musician.
Right.
And you just gotta just follow him.
Right.
So I'm not playing music that I know.
Right.
I'm just feeling them.
Yeah.
That's
man.
from church. You learned that from church.
Yeah, I learned that from church. Now, you better watch. You better watch, or you gonna get put off.
You're gonna feel.
You gonna get put off. You gonna get slid over.
Right.
So I'm just playing with just me, Stevie Wonder, in front of like 90,000 people, and I'm just looking. I'm like, I can't believe.
Right.
I'm up here I make sure I ain't missing no beat now.
Right.
Yeah.
But still, like I'm just in the groove with
But
him,
you
and
in
it's
that
just me
zone,
and him.
though, right?
You know what I'm saying?
that zone.
And it was so cool. It was like one of the best feelings ever. Like when you really know, you know what I'm saying? You having an out of body experience. It was like
You done
so
blacked
cool.
out, man.
Man, I'm
You blacked
like
out.
cool.
A good blackout.
Yeah.
Seriously, man.
It was
You
a
know,
vibe.
You can do that, man. When the energy is all in that space and all
Man,
concentrated.
everybody rocking, man. And Stevie Wonder got the people in the palm of his hands, and then I'm just like holding them together, you know, with the rhythms and stuff.
Man.
It was the coolest thing ever,
Man,
for sure.
Who as a drummer do you look up to, or do you
man.
think is, to you is just, you can just sit and watch them,
Man.
Not
or
nobody you
have
know.
watched them?
Not nobody you know.
Man,
Well,
AP. Well, actually,
no, it might be,
actually, Jelly, in the industry, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not too far removed from some of the best who do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I love all of the amazing cats.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I say Memphis based, man, like from the people who did all of the stack stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like all of the old school music, you know what I'm
man.
saying? So like those guys have been amazing to me,
Yeah.
you know. And then I got my heroes, like, you got your white collar guys like what's my boy name? Buddy Rich, of course, like that.
Yeah.
Like huge superstar drummer and everything.
Yeah.
You know, you got your Travis Barkers, you know.
I was gonna ask you, you think he's dope?
Yeah, Travis
I
Barker
think
is
he's
dope.
I'm
You know what I'm
sorry.
saying? Like,
Yes.
I don't get into this thing, white drummer over black
no,
drummer. You know what I'm saying?
right,
I don't get into that.
Right.
I think art is art
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you could play, you could just
Yes.
flat foot
He
play.
can go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I think my favorite drummer, man, is my best friend. Really, be real with you, man. Stanley Randolph is.
Yeah.
Because the thing about it is, AP, is the fact that I know him.
Yeah.
And I know how hard he worked.
Yeah.
And I
I
also
like how
know.
he gave you a nickname though.
Yeah, I take it.
I like that.
I
He
take
gave
it.
you your
Look.
own nickname.
Honestly, I was looking around. I was like, I think this show should be called The App. You know what I'm saying? I know produce on my side.
Parkinson love himself too much not to have his full name.
You know what I'm talking about,
But
Brandon.
full
You
thing.
know what I'm saying? Like,
Branding.
it should be the Antonio Parkinson Project.
The app.
The App.
The slogan.
That's a cool.
You know what I'm saying?
Got my wheels rolling.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you that for free.
Look,
I'm gonna give you that for free. I'm gonna give you that for free, man. You're my man. You're doing good work. You're doing good work.
Let me ask you this. I love the greats too. I look back at James Brown's drummer.
Oh my goodness, man! I met those guys.
You
man.
met them?
Yeah, I met those guys.
Oh,
They came to the Memphis drum shop. Yeah, I met those guys.
Man.
Yeah,
Man, and you talk about, you listen to the funky drummer,
Yeah.
right, and how they, God, dog, you just be like, what?
Yeah.
The? How you the creativity, right?
with the stank face.
Right. then you listen to the drummer on Al Green's song.
Not
What was
you.
that? You know what I'm talking about? Eric Rakim did it on Mahogany.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know the drummer name.
Yeah, but you think about the level of the stuff that the drummers that used to play on Isaac Hayes' music.
Yeah.
The level of creativity.
Willie Hall, all those guys.
Yeah, man.
Actually, him and my dad went to school together.
Really?
Yeah, my dad, Christopher Bound Sr.,
Right.
he went to school with Willie Hall. So when I actually met Willie Hall in Boom Mitchell Studio, we just left, he was like, I said, yeah, my dad is, Christopher Bound. He was like, Patrick, your daddy? He was like, he started looking at me up and down. He was like, man, I've been knowing your dad, man. We used to cut up. Man.
You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project.
That's an old
man,
line.
I know your dad, man. I knew your dad, man. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
My dad is a legend in his own right. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
that's why I'm
But
sitting there looking like the Christopher Bounds, man.
Yeah.
Got your dad number in my phone.
yeah, my dad was a legend in his own right. You know, being a pastor, being a chaplain, and then just being a great dude, just helping people. I mean, and you know, no matter how high he got, and no matter how much life knocked him down, he always remained true to himself. And so that's where I get it from.
Where was your dad chaplain at?
He was at Methodist for years.
North.
Yeah, Methodist North for years.
Dark skin, real
Yeah.
cool, laid back.
With a gold too.
with the gold
I'm-
too.
Yeah.
Man, I cannot.
Look
I
at
That's my
cannot
dad.
believe
That's
this.
my dad, bro.
Oh man, and I
It's a
remember when
legend.
your dad passed.
Yeah, man.
Man, listen, man.
The
Me and
world
your
is small.
dad, literally, I'm telling you, I got your dad number in my phone.
That's my dude.
Man, good
Yeah.
ass dude.
One of the
'Cause
best.
I thought he was. I used to ask. I thought he was military, right? He said, "Nah, he wasn't military."
Well, he was a vet.
Navy,
He was a vet.
Navy, right?
He was a vet. He was a
Navy,
he was a
right?
vet, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he
Man.
did Army. I think it was
Oh,
Army. Yeah, because I had to fill
Because
out
I
all the
remember-
paperwork. Yeah, he was Army. Yeah.
Because he came up to Methodist North under Michael Ugueke,
Yeah.
who was the CEO of Methodist,
Yeah.
who's now over all the Methodists.
That's true.
And I was, me and Michael was like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
We're still like this. Right? And then Christopher was the chaplain at Methodist North under Jossie Chisley and Jonathan
I
Watkins.
remember
Yep,
Josh.
yep,
I remember
yep.
Josh and
Yeah.
Jonathan.
Yeah, I know you do.
Oh,
Right. Anyway, but man,
That's my
that
dad.
is
Timberland crew. Timberland.
So that's where all my
Yep,
musical side came from.
I didn't even know he did music.
So my dad obviously was, you know, a Baptist preacher.
Right.
And you know, you gotta have a hoop. You
Yeah,
gotta be
yeah.
able to sing.
Come on,
You gotta
you
be
can
able. Man, I can emulate it.
Come on, man.
You gotta put your hand behind your ear or it ain't right. But him and his brothers, you know, it was 5 of them, so they was kind of like a po version of the Temptations.
Oh, now. He said a pole man.
But nah,
Small world.
yeah. So all of my uncles, man, and my dad. That's where I get a lot of my musical side from. They introduced me to a lot of great music that I still listen to today. You know what I'm saying? Like Curtis Mayfield, and you know all that stuff. Like, and
man,
one of my
I'm blown away.
favorite singers, man, is like Willie Hutch. Like,
yeah.
he one of my favorites. Like, for real.
You got the right
Man.
one.
Yeah,
You got the
so
right
I love it. I love it, man. Yeah.
That is
Love
mind blowing.
Yeah, that's one of the most trustworthy dudes you can find with a gold too.
Man, right. I mean, just solid though. Solid.
Yeah, that's
solid.
my man.
Well, because when you said that name, you seen how I was looking at you, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, because I make sure I heard myself right.
'Cause he
I
don't
heard
go
you
by
right.
Bound. He don't say Bound,
Did he say
like-
Christopher Bound?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, wait a minute.
He junior.
Christopher Bound?
Yeah, that's my pop.
Wow.
That's my pop, man. Yeah,
well, that really explains your good energy too.
Oh man.
You know, and how humble of a person you are, and you know, and you know, you can
love
feel
it.
your energy, real talk. You
Man.
can feel the energy.
He's
coming off
genuine.
of
He's
you.
the genuine.
Let me ask this question. What school you said coming out of school? What school did you go to?
Man, I went to a real nigga school. I'm sorry.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I went
Okay,
to Hamilton High School in South Memphis.
Y'all Memphis bound.
Yeah, but all of my family did. Like, so my mom graduated from Hamilton,
Okay.
and so did my dad. You know,
Okay,
so
yeah.
I will say, admittedly, because you know I got a friend, Charles Streeter, that's one of my best friends. You know, we might need to get him on here too.
Okay.
He plays with J Lo, a lot of different people, man.
Yeah,
Shaka Khan, Tori
He in
Kelly.
Memphis?
Yeah, he in Memphis.
Man,
Yeah,
get him on the show, man.
Memphis talent's blowing my
Yeah.
mind. I'm
Hey,
like,
Memphis,
look,
you
I'm
better
like,
believe it.
yeah.
And who's doing
But
what?
nobody highlight this, and they highlight all the wrong stuff.
Yeah, that's why I didn't mind coming. So
Yes.
when you reached out to me, I was like, "Yeah, I might as well come and show some love because I like what y'all doing here, man. I watched some episodes, man. I really like what y'all doing."
Man, thank you, man.
So
But
I would admittedly say,
Yeah.
me and my sister Lynn, we wanted to go to Whitehaven.
Uh-oh.
We wanted to,
right.
but we couldn't.
Yeah.
And once we got a taste of Hamilton, you know, that real true and blue South Memphis life, we was like, "Yeah, this where we at."
You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project.
I remember when I first got to Memphis, Hamilton basketball team, man, you couldn't.
True.
I got this shit.
Even just a couple of years ago, they won state.
Right.
Yeah.
They were. It was amazing talent that was coming out of Hamilton. Man, but let me ask you this though, man.
What's up?
Let me ask you this. So, you know, you're on tour with Christina Aguilera, one of the biggest pop icons in the world, right?
Sure.
What is something that you've seen with her that has really made you stop and pause for a second?
Well, I'll say this. Not too long ago, I know she wasn't feeling her best. Like, she came on stage, like behind the scenes and stuff like that, you know, not feeling her best and everything. But when them lights came on, man, you couldn't tell nothing was wrong with her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what that did for me, and she and I are close. It's not that like I work for her, I work under her and all that kind of stuff, and we don't have a relationship. I actually have a great relationship with her and her husband, Matt, and her daughter, Summer. Like, I've been over her house before. She met my daughters. Like, she and I are very close. You know what I'm saying? And I'm on what they call like the inner circle.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Like, she and I are very cool. So I was feeling for her. I was like, dang, I hate that she's feeling this way. You know what I'm saying? So we was looking at each other, you know, because she's on a riser that's up there. So we was looking at each other. Then we just nodded each other's heads like, well, we finna go.
Let's get it.
Let's go, man. So I counted off the show, man. She started singing. And when we got done, I was like, girl. I was like, you just killed it. She was like, oh my God, Chris, I appreciate you know. So those are the things, and there's many examples, man. We've been in rehearsals before, and she's sitting on the floor, Indian style, man, just belting out these amazing notes. And I'm from the church, and I know what it takes for these folks to sing like that. And I don't subscribe to like you got to be black or white to be able to sing. If you can just sing, you can sing.
Right.
People, she ain't there for no reason. You know, it's a couple of artists out here that's up there, and you just give them a mic with no production behind them, they can't handle it.
Right.
But baby girl, Christina Aguilera, with no production, no drums, no keyboard, no nothing, she can flat foot sing. And that's why I like working with her like that.
That's incredible.
Yeah, because we push each other. You know what I'm saying? When she going, I'm going too. It's like an aggressive, you know, thing. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
So I love it.
What was your most? What would you consider? I know you told us about some great moments so far, but what would you consider your most incredible moment that really made you just say, "Damn"?
I don't know. AP, it's so many.
This AP gonna take me out.
Yeah, I'm loving AP. Keep it, AP. Let me rephrase the question. Then.
It's so many, man.
What was the moment that made you say, "Damn, I really have arrived"?
Well, I will say this. Let me talk to you like this, AP.
Okay.
I think for a lot of us here in the city, like even with my guy that just left, Zert, we all searching for a certain level of validation. We wanna make sure that our work have been appreciated by our peers and by the people we are trying to service. When I realized I had that moment was before I got to Christina, was before I got to Stevie, was before I got to New Kids. It was validated in my home church.
Come on.
Oh wow.
So when I got to these big places, I was like, well,
I belong here.
You know what I'm saying? They've been waiting on me to get here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? These names are important, you know, and all that kind of stuff, because a man has no honor in his own home. Because, you know, Memphis people be like, man, they'll just shoot you to the side.
Yeah,
I know how it is.
what they got.
You know what I'm saying? So me walking around being humble is really more so being calm in my own spirit. I don't care about how high I go and all that kind of stuff. I love my city.
Yeah.
I love the people here. I want them to do a better job of like celebrating each other.
That's what the Antonio Parkinson Project.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here.
You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project.
I'm serious. I'm like, what in the world?
Yeah, I want people to do a better job of just celebrating each other, because we can go further if they really pay attention.
Yeah.
The only reason I got here to where I'm at, AP, is because Stanley Randolph, a friend of mine,
Man, that's what I'm talking about.
did not push me to the side.
Right.
He ain't take, cause me and him, we used to share a lot of the stuff that I played, he played with other people.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he also reached back and said, hey, I got an opportunity for you. He just called me a few days ago. He was like, well, when you on the off season, I got this other gig for you with Tim's. You know what I'm saying? Who's a big artist too.
Man, come on, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we ain't on no like big ass little users. It's like, nah, we gonna help each other. And I think for the vast majority of the stuff that happened in Memphis, the baton wasn't passed well.
That's exactly what happened.
You know what I'm saying?
In
wasn't
every
passed well.
area, civil rights and
So we're dealing with a lot of that. So my group of friends, my group of homies and comrades, like we just decided we just gonna take care of each other. Ain't no talking about each other. Ain't no, like, if I owe you, I pay you. If you need me to do something for you, I got you. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of the homies who played for my mama funeral, my daddy funeral, I had money for them.
Yeah.
They ain't take it.
Right. Yeah.
Because it's all about the love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's all about...
And the bigger picture, right?
Yeah.
The bigger picture. It ain't about necessarily this moment, but there's a much bigger picture that we're serving.
For sure, man. I don't want to get taken advantage of, so I gotta protect myself in some areas.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to being there for other people, I don't want to get taken advantage of.
Right. Yeah.
I don't want to give more than I'm supposed to receive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, my dad would put it, you know, do unto others as you would have them do unto you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Versus being like, I'm going to give, and then now I ain't got nothing. And then when I need something,
Yeah.
you ain't nowhere to be found.
Man, I was just talking about that today, boy.
You know what I'm saying?
Feeling undervalued by your friends, man. That's
For
all.
sure. But so you can only give to a certain limit of what you know you can stand to do without. You know what I'm saying? Versus trying to overgive.
Yeah.
I only got $100, but I'm gonna give you 98 of it.
Right.
Yeah, but I want to say something about what Parkinson said about like friends not recognizing. I tell people this all the time, even relationships, your value doesn't depreciate just on your inability to see what's standing in front of you.
For sure.
It's still the same.
Yeah.
Just like people have real estate or they have estate sales and they're dumb, they don't know anything. They could put a Picasso on the sidewalk. Do you think a Picasso saying worth $40 million?
Oh no.
No. Somebody who knows something, I'm like,
Yeah.
they gonna still pick it up. So whether they see it or not, the value don't change. That's them slipping. So
Kojak, we
Yeah.
just had an Angelica.
it don't, because we get wrapped into that. We get lost. And it's not even for them to see it. Like I look at my brother-in-law, Chris, like I forgot who he sings, what group?
Perfection, like, and for
Like I go to his church and like, I mean, he rips out of control, but it's when it's your home, not saying that. Yeah, so it by you just being used to, you think it's normal. I'm
That's
like,
dope anyway.
I'm just like, no, this ain't normal. But if you just so used to, you're accustomed. You go somewhere else, or when people go somewhere else, they get praised differently.
Yeah, for
it's just
sure.
because you're accustomed, and it doesn't. You can't even focus on that. So I'm saying that to you.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
so Chris is like a brother to me too.
Right,
We've been
yeah,
on each other for
That's
years.
how
So
they
like,
have
we at our
can
church,
sing
and
as
you know,
well.
I'm the musical director for his church too. Like, you know, I make sure the music is ran right between me, him, and Buffett and all that stuff. So, but when we go to like the other churches and stuff like that, like people be losing their mind on how amazing,
Crazy.
you know, Chris is. You know, all that stuff. But I mean, that just goes to show, man. Integrity would tell you from Angelica's standpoint, a person is supposed to pick up that Picasso off the ground, go to the owner and say, you got this price too low.
Right. Yeah.
And say,
Nah,
look,
you don't went too far.
Yeah, but integrity will tell you, you got this price at $200 when I'm really supposed to give you at least $200,000.
That part.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't come back and do that.
Yeah.
That ain't what I was saying, Chris, but we're going to talk about that.
But he's dropping some criticisms.
Yeah,
He's dropping criticisms right now. Right. Yeah. But let me ask you this though, man. And how we look at the ship?
We so old.
Oh, we should have wrapped up a long time ago. So
All
let me
right,
ask you
yeah.
this, because let me plant this seed. You know, this
Okay.
is black market strategy, free shit.
For sure.
Right. So the city of Memphis should, and then not the city itself, but we
I can see where this is going.
should create a Memphis All-Star band
For sure.
with the best of the best that have done it.
I got him in my phone.
Right. Where you got them in your phone. You know, we just had Kurt Clayton on the show last week.
KC, that's my uncle.
Right.
uncle to me.
He's so nice.
Right.
Man.
Yeah.
He's so
And
nice and
speaking
humble.
of the best that has done it, right? You think
mean-
about you, KC, Carlos Sargent.
That's
right?
my homie too.
Right.
I seen him last night.
Right.
He's my folks.
Right, man. You know, get Boo in there, right? To do some writing and engineering and put a team, get some horns in there. Put a team and put a Memphis band together. Of all our stuff. Okay, I'm gonna head that up. I got it.
And grab some
And
youth.
we're gonna cut her out.
And grab some youth with you. Bring
We're
some
gonna
with
cut a
you.
record.
Well, they had a group called the Memphis All Stars.
I remember that. I remember
them.
that. I remember
Paul,
that.
the guy,
I remember
good
that.
friend of mine was.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
I'm down, man. Y'all got me whatever you need me to do.
man.
I'm gonna get on there too. I'm gonna get on there too.
What you gonna do, Jelly?
I'm gonna sing on there.
Sing what?
What y'all need me to sing?
Ooh, take me to the
Singing now.
water.
Singing now. Singing for us now.
Oh,
Here it
You gotta
comes.
hold an ear.
Here it comes. We want more subscribers. So hold it. Right.
If we hit 5,000 subscribers, I will sing for the first time
And
on
we're
air.
gonna play the Ricky Floyd twerking tape.
Yep,
While she's singing.
Yep, there we go.
Right. The Pastor
Y'all
Ricky
better
Floyd
tap
twerking
in.
tape.
You better tap
But I
in.
want to say this, Chris, before we hang up, before we get off and hang up. You have a beautiful soul, okay?
Oh, thank
I
you,
always thought about you. I'm sorry. I just love you.
That's
I tell my mom about you all the time. I love you, and you have a beautiful soul. So
Thank you, Jelly.
don't ever lose that.
I ain't gonna lose no matter how high or low I go, Jelly.
I
You
just
know,
love him.
you're my homie.
He's
just had a tear
beautiful.
moment.
I ain't saying you're a nice looking person too, but people think they look nice looking on the outside and be ugly toe up on the inside.
Cool thing about it is I know your husband, so
yeah.
that's my G. I know it ain't.
You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project.
You not handsome man. So I mean, I can say I can give if you handsome, you handsome.
Yeah.
Handsome, you handsome. But
Yeah.
you have a beautiful inside and outside. So
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate
Definitely.
that.
Yeah, man.
Man, quick thing about Jelly.
Yeah.
Besides off record, man, she be trying to hook me up with everybody. Antonio, man, what is that?
But did she try to hook you up with Angela?
Man, everybody trying to hook me up. We out here. Let's talk about it.
Twin.
Oh my God.
Right.
can I say this, please? Because
She be trying.
Right.
you know how somebody's a good man.
Over
Yeah.
here with Michael. I got his shirt on.
Right.
You know how somebody's a good man. You be like, dang, this is a good man. You can hook him up with somebody. Now I know there may be flaws because y'all know men to be men, but still, he's a man. And there's not a lot of men. And then, well, you know what I mean. If you know what I mean.
Well,
There's not men. Like I got a man. My husband's a man.
that my boy.
Yeah, everybody ain't men. Thank you, Michelle.
But
No,
some of them are main.
yeah.
Man.
Nah, we don't want none of him.
Man.
I love main.
He is. So I'm just saying. And
Well, Jelly know I had to get her. I had to get on her case on about that.
I'm glad you did.
Hey, don't put me on blast. That's okay.
She ain't trying to plug me with nobody.
Golly, AP, golly.
Right.
Oh man,
Right.
man, y'all, thank y'all for having me here, man. I got a gift to I brought gifts. Hold on.
Hold up now.
You better take
Hold
notes.
up now. Hold
You
up
better take
now.
notes. Okay, what we got?
This something
Oh,
new.
that's Aaron gifts.
There you go, Jelly.
Tell you ain't got one. It's okay. We're gonna get you one. See?
I got you, producer. I got you, baby girl. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know,
That's what's up.
that might be a little too big. Y'all might have to cut them up.
Wear mine to bed.
Yeah.
Man, look, so look, we get look. So this free black market strategy shit. That's my marketing company.
I'm with you.
So look, we need to get, if you ain't doing it already, we need to get your own named drum machine, drum line, app, or something.
I love it.
Real talk. So we need to be working on that for real.
I got a lot of great stuff in the works. You know what I'm saying? I'm connected to a lot of amazing people, as you know, and everything. And they have took me into their corridors and helped me with some market strategies and doing some amazing things, man. And when those things come out, I'll be back on the show to promote them and everything. So
You got a podcast, don't you?
yeah, I do a podcast at the Memphis Drum Shop.
Memphis Drum Shop been doing it for years.
Man, for years, man. Yeah, and Jim Pettit is actually like a father to me. My dad even told me, he was like, the only man I'm gonna get the keys to your heart to is Jim Pettit. So Jim and Nancy Pettit, they're like my godparents. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. And just like Pastor Orr is too, Pastor Orr and Valerie Orr, like they're my godparents too. So
Man, you're surrounded by good people, man.
and that's the thing. That's the thing. You know, my daddy always told me get with people who are better than you at it, so you can become what you need to become.
Absolutely, man.
You know what I'm saying?
You are
From-
a blessed individual.
Hello,
Yeah.
I told
Real
you.
talk,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Real talk, man.
Yeah.
Y'all give it up for Chris Pat, man. Give it up.
Thank y'all.
Give it up.
Yeah, man.
Thank y'all.
Yeah,
No,
man.
thank you,
man.
Chris.
Thank you for joining us, man. And Instagram, social media, how can people get you?
It's simple. It's at Chris Pat 1986 on Instagram, and on Facebook it's my full name, Christopher Patrick Bounds II.
Lord, it's the government.
Yeah. Just look me up. You're gonna see a lot of pictures of me with my daughters, with my drum corner teaching the kids, and a lot of pictures of me just having fun playing either here in the community or out in the world, man. You find me if you're looking for me to play here in Memphis every Monday. I'm at Love in Love Memphis every Monday. You can find me. With Shayna J, hanging out with Curtis, giving Coco. You know, hanging out with all my boys, man. DJ Shaw, everybody, man. We out there every Monday night. Come hang with your boy, man. Have a drink, man. Let's play. Let's have a good
I see
time.
him online beating a box. That's what I'm done. I said, is you beating a box and it sound like that? I'm done.
You know,
I'm box.
I gotta wrap this segment up, but I'm tripping.
know,
So
I'm box.
here you are. You playing for Christina Aguilera. You come
coming
back
to-
and do
thank
local
you.
stuff on
Humble.
Mondays. You're mentoring kids in the drum shop. You know, man, absolutely amazing, bro. That's all I gotta say.
You got to stay sharp.
heartwarming.
You got to stay sharp. You know, I used to have somebody tell me, it's like, why are you playing there? Ain't you above that? It's like, no, I'm not above anything. I love to play. You know what I'm saying? I'm sharp. And I also remember, AP, when they told me I couldn't.
Right. Oh, yeah.
They told me I couldn't. You ain't good enough yet.
yeah.
This ain't your time, man. So every opportunity I get, AP, I'm gone. Like I'm a play. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's for even if it's for $100 or $1,000, man, I'm here.
Yeah, that's absolutely amazing. So listen, next week we got Johnny Walker, Big Sue, Al Capone on the show. So y'all make sure y'all tap in. And look, if you've enjoyed the show, make sure you hit us up with a recommendation or say something good about the show so that, you know, our people and your people can see what you're saying. Y'all, once again, give it up for Chris Pat.
Give it up.
Yeah.
We done did a marathon.
Man,
Yeah.
this brother.
It's been an absolutely wonderful show. You have been watching the Antonio Parkinson Project. We'll see you next week.
Guessing to find you. I always in the mood. I told you, you always wanted something like this. Hold on to you.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Elise Neal. You are watching the Antonio Parkinson Project. Stay tuned.
You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project.
Powered by Black Market Strategies.